Thanks for joining me as I travel the world, going from fine dining through to street food and local specialties, all in an effort to find the world's best seafood.
Hey folks, today I've come to the Lagoon in Wollongong, a restaurant close to my heart because I used to live in Wollongong. This place is one of the best seafood places in all of Wollongong, in the southern part of New South Wales. And the staff here are really nice. It's packed out, as you can see. It's New Year's Day. This is going to be my first meal. They helped me find a park because we had a reservation. Let's take a look at what they've got to offer.
Hey folks, you probably heard there, this was filmed on New Year's Day. I'm only 8 months late getting it out. I've got a lot of videos to catch up on, so please do subscribe, lots of content coming. Taking a look at their menu, you can see they have a whole bunch of options. Of course, you know me, I'm going to be going for the seafood platter. This was actually a gift for my assistant and his wife. We actually went for the option there for 3 people with all of those different variations, and my assistant's wife was getting some vegetarian stuff. So my memory of this when we got it for 2 was that it was ginormous. Let's just have a beer and a wine and wait for it to come out.
So obviously my standards have changed over the last few. As this came out for 3, I was not at all overwhelmed. I thought it was going to be ridiculous, but here we go. This is the cold section, a little bit of fruit, fresh oysters, the Balmain bugs, the swimmer crabs. Down the bottom we've got the oyster mornay. They call it tempura, but it's not, it's deep fried. Salt and pepper prawns and squid, some scallops. Hello. From memory, the calamari is really good. Prawns, and then a half lobster mornay each. So it's really more of an appetizer. I could eat this by myself, but I'll share.
So look, we absolutely destroyed this thing. I had at least my fair share, but my assistant and my wife both keep up fairly well. I have to say the bugs were really nicely done. They were big and fresh and nice and meaty. Prawns, fantastic. The oysters, for me, overcooked, and the fresh ones just weren't that fresh. Scallops, fine. The octopus, I really like the way they prepare it there in a little barbecue. I'm not a huge fan of the deep fried calamari, fish and tempura, but it was all nicely done. The swimmer crab was great. The smoked salmon, can't complain about that. The lobster mornay, I don't know. Some people love a mornay, it's just not my cup of tea. Overall though, I have to say, I think it's really good value for what you're getting, and they don't have weekend or public holiday surcharges. Have to say, it's kind of funny watching the food just disappear and fast forward like this. As the waiter came to pick up all the shells, I wasn't stuffed, but you know, considering we had company, I think restraint was called for.
So the food was all pretty good. The oysters weren't great, the rest was fairly well done. The lobster, not a fan of cooking things in mornay like that, but at the price, it was really quite good. That said, I'm now waiting for the bill, so let's see what the damage is.
So taking a look at the bill, the seafood platter for 3 at 255 Australian dollars may seem really over the top, but remember, compare it to America, much lower exchange rate, and there isn't tax and tip on top of that. All in for 4 people with drinks, $323.90. As a special treat for my assistant and wife, for me, no brainer, it was worth it. If you're visiting Wollongong, do check out the Lagoon. It's a beautiful location and definitely the best seafood in Wollongong. Cheers guys, please subscribe.
It's a flattering angle. What's wrong with that?
You do look pretty.
There's no gelato for you, young lady.